Look, guys, I promise you that I don't want to spend all this time talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Nobody wants to spend time talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene anywhere, anytime. I think most of our own caucus doesn't want to spend time talking about her. Her tantric friend from her gym probably doesn't want to spend time talking about her anymore. But we have to talk about her because she says dangerous and stupid things every day, ignorant things that lead to people getting disinformation and making bad choices in their lives that hurts people. And this is becoming a huge conversation in our age. It's why we're trying to combat disinformation. And she's one of the biggest purveyors of disinformation. So to ignore her and the big microphone she has is to let her continue to say stupid, ignorant, trashy, dumbass things and get away with it, and also hurt people. So, I want to make sure I get all of this right, So what did she have to say today? Thankfully, Representative Ted Lieu took to the floor of the House. He's a great one. And Lambassador, what did she say today? She said the Catholic Church is controlled by Satan. That's correct. This time, it isn't lasers from Jewish people. It's Satan controlling the Catholic Church. And how does she know that it's controlling the Catholic Church? Because the Catholic Church is arguing in favor of resettling immigrants who've ended up here to escape war zones and escape their children dying and, things like that. I believe there was something in the Bible, I'm trying to remember what it was, about some good person on the side of the road, a Samaritan, somebody who would help you. Yeah, that Bible that she clearly hasn't read because that would require reading an actual book. As Ted Lieu points out, she's a bigot, and she's bigoted against Catholics, and she proved it yet again with what she had to say. I'd love to ask J.D. Vance in the state I'm in what he thinks. Representative Raskin also stood up on the floor and lambasted her. Why? Because while she was saying that Satan controlled the Catholic Church for helping this great invasion of immigrants here, Raskin pointed out, of course, there is no great invasion. It's a lie. It's as true as Trump having won the election. It's as true as Marjorie Taylor Greene knowing how to spell the word Marshall. It's as true as those kinds of things. She just made it up. And this is the kind of thing that leads people to kill people. It's the kind of thing that led to the attack in the Tree of Life Church. And that where Jews were murdered in Pittsburgh because people thought that George Soros was sponsoring some caravan coming here. There are repercussions when she lies like this. So Representative Raskin stood up and said, no, there is no great invasion coming across our border. There was a great invasion, though, of the Capitol, where we're standing right now. That's the one where the police officers were maimed, injured, stabbed, kicked, beaten. A few died of their wounds or suicide, and they smeared feces on the wall, which I'm going to try to say in at least one out of every few of these things, because who does that? And does she care about that great invasion? No, she won't investigate it, wants nothing to do with it. That never happened. That was just friends, Yeah, a couple friends getting together, it was tourism or whatever it is. Okay. What Ted Lieu points out is what Jesus Christ said was, for I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. That's that Good Samaritan stuff we were talking about before. I'm not a Christian, but if you claim to be a Christian, this is the kind of thing you should probably know. Like, she says her version of Jesus is like Jesus looking like Rambo holding an AR-15, cutting your taxes and probably stealing food out of the mouths of babes. Okay. What other stupid things has the gentle lady had to say today? Besides that, she referred to martial law in text to Mark Meadows. We know about that. It was George Marshall Law or Marshall University Law or whatever way you could misspell Marshall. Another greatest hit of hers. And finally, she is calling for her Twitter account back. You may remember, due to mass disinformation from her, like everything we're talking about, she had her Twitter account taken away. She literally is sponsoring legislation to get her Twitter account back. That's how badly we must all hear what this chuckle has to say. So again, Marjorie Taylor Greene, awful, terrible, stupid, ignorant, trashy, and your Republican Party.